Hi there, I'm Phil from PicoKit. We're going to have a look at today the LCD from PicoKit and how we get some text on it and how we do things like finding the corner positions or cursor positions, clearing the display, and just using it a little bit in PicoFlow ALPHA. So let's get straight to it. In PicoFlow ALPHA, you will see that we've updated this a little bit. So we've got our start and stop icons, we've got our outputs, we've got our processes, our decisions, our inputs, and we have our functions. Okay, so first of all, our Pico Mini driver is a 14-pin analog. That's the one there. So we need to do that so that it updates all of our tools with the right settings. Now, if we want to output text, we simply need a output comms tool. And we're on the transmit tab. And we're just going to send out some text and type in word like hello. Now for this project, we're going to be using pin C0 and click on OK. Now you'll see in our code that we actually need to hook that up to our start tool and do that so that we have a completed program. We can check that on the assembly tab. That is working fine. Before we program it, let's hook it up with our 3-pin cable. We have our 3-pin header here, and if you notice on the black circuit board, there's a little white rectangle that indicates the signal wire. So yellow is our signal wire, and we are going to plug the yellow wire in closest to the microchip on that pin, or that header indicated as C0. So that's electrically connected now. We've got that right. Let's program it and see how it goes. Okay, it's a bit hard to see. Let's turn on our voltage. There it is. Okay, so it has programmed correctly, just not enough voltage there to get a nice display, but you can see the word hello. Now, if yours comes up with any other numbers or anything like that, you may have to check your connection is a solid connection. You're not getting interference. But one thing you might want to learn after doing text is also using the comms output tool to clear the display. So from that document that I had earlier, on the same pin C0, we're going to send out a literal number that is actually 9 bits long. That's 9 ones and zeros, but the number we send, we're just going to send the number 1, and that's our clear display control character. So we're going to annotate that CLR, and we know that's a control character. This one also we can annotate as the word, or we could just go TXT. We know it's text. Okay. So you might want to clear the display first of all. Let's try that. We'll put that in here. Or if we program that again, actually just in the text, we should see that we get hello next to the other one. There we go. So it's just added the text on at the cursor. But if we program it with the clear display, there we go. It wipes the display clear and updates our text as it should. Now, what you might want to do if you want to hold the text on for a period of time, we could use the delay tool. So we could put the delay tool in here. And then we could add another clear display after the delay tool and update our delay to 2 seconds. I used the wrong tick box there. So 2S for 2 seconds. And let's program. Okay, so it stays on for 2 seconds and then turns off. And then we could just keep adding some more in there. Let's add in another text box. This time we might add in the word world. Oh, let's get that one. There we are. And if we select that horizontal alignment and distribution, and let's update our text to say world. program. Hello world. There we go. Now, at the moment, we're just using that first part of our display on the top left-hand corner. Now, what you need to know about this display is it's actually a 2x16 character display, and that means you've got two lines with up to 16 characters visually displayed at the same time. What you may not realize is it's actually 2x40 characters in memory. So there's a bunch of memory out to the right-hand side of the display where you can put extra text and then you can scroll it through and do all sorts of things. Mind you, it scrolls the top line and the second line together. So it is a bit difficult to use both lines if you're scrolling text. But for other things like displaying time or what have you, if you're not scrolling text, using both lines works very well indeed. So how do we do that? Well, let's get rid of our updating display and our clear. And if we just run those two texts together, we should see them put side by side. Whenever you get that check binary, just Control A, Control X, Control V, and we should be able to go again. There we go. Okay, so now we have hello world, and you'll see it's been tagged together. So we don't have anything changing the address, but if we wanted to go to the second line, we could actually put in another control code in there. So let's copy this one and paste it. And instead of using clear, we'll put in the settings for our second line. So let's transmit, instead of the number 1, we're going to transmit the number 128. Actually, 128 will overwrite because that's the top left-hand corner. Let's have a look at our resource again. Okay, so we have our LCD corner position, 128. Actually, 168 is our bottom position, and we get that by taking the number 128 and then adding address 40 is the first character in our second row. Okay, and that's how we get the number 168. So let's do that. So instead of 128, 168 is the number we need. And instead of clear, we're going to just say line 2 and program. There we have it. We have our text on 2 lines. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial on how to put text on the display and how to choose your address positioning on the LCD module from PicoKit. Thanks for watching.